What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Just with a quick video. This one's inspired by Joe from Forge Steel and Fire, Sword and Knife. And he did a video regarding he called them his cheap, I believe it was the junk box or cheap knives. And I'm gonna do this little video like that. These are, but some they're cheap, but they have sentimental value to you, right? They mean something to you. It doesn't really matter about the money. It's that they actually have some little bit of sentimental value, even if they are a little maybe on the cheaper side or whatever, or just nothing to do with monetary. They're not gonna be $200 knives or anything like that, the lower ends, but they have a little bit of meaning to you, maybe from being something from your childhood, or a knife that you bought that you thought was cool, but realized this was before you knew about metals and knives and different full tang and things like that. So we'll get started here. First one is going to be a little cheapy katana here. Actually, I don't know if this is a shorter one, so I don't even know if it's a katana, but let me get in the frame here. Real cheap though. We're talking, I don't even know where. This is actually my younger brother's, and he gave it to me. I mean, we chopped things down with this. I mean, it held up, it didn't break on us. It held up, but you could tell the quality. It's super cheap, for throwing this into stuff, not anything worth any value. But to me, I like it because it reminds me of my brother swinging this thing around. It says they're made in China, but it reminds me of my brother swinging this thing around in the backyard, chopping stuff up. And I've always been into knives. I'm pretty sure I got him a little bit into the knives, and one of the reasons why he bought something like this. And of course, he also was, when he was younger too, like the Kill Bill movies and things like that. So he's like, oh, I want to get a little katana. So now that he's older, he's not much into it. Like, I'm still into knives and things like that. So he's just like, he told me I could have it. So I keep this in the collection just for that reason, And next will be, this is one. It's actually pretty cool looking, I know it's a little bit on the cheaper side, but it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it actually has a lot of detail. I don't know if you can see there on there. It has a chain. One of my cousins got this for me for a birthday present. I was into knives, and it was really thoughtful of him, which I was really appreciative of that, because people get you stuff, but it's usually gift cards to Starbucks or something like that. But he actually was like, my cousin's into knives, I'm gonna get him at least something like a knife. So I was appreciative of that. And this was, I thought it was really cool. It's a really cool looking knife, and of course decorative. This is not something you're going to use, but it's cool to hang on the wall. And I really was happy when he gave it to me. I was appreciative of it. It's a cool little knife with a lot of little details and stuff on it. So, I keep it in my collection. I'm not gonna, one I'll never sell because of that reason. So let me go on to the next one here. This one is pretty cool. This one has a cute story to it. My little cousin that lived with us for a while, she was like my little sister. She sweet girl. She, when she was younger, this was again probably 10 years ago, when she was like 9 or 10 years old. She actually saved up her allowance, her money, to get me this little, oops, I almost dropped it on this little knife gun, and or gun knife. And that was really sweet of her. She used her own allowance, saved up, and got me this for my birthday. So, and to me, I'll never get rid of this either because of that reason. I was really touched by that, and that was really cool of her. And I even like how it even has that little cutout there, like a bullet for the the little flip open. And this little thing has a good spring, and it actually holds a decent edge. So it's a cool little gun knife. So I'll always hang on to this. Again, good sentimental value. My cousin saving up her hard-earned money to get this for me meant a lot to me. So again, this is one I won't get rid of. And then another one here was another cheapy one. This one I picked up, I think, years ago when I was young. Didn't know anything about knives. And you can even see, look at the blade. The blade shakes within the handguard. I mean, if you swung this at anything, it'd probably bust off and break off as soon as you did it. It says here stainless China. I don't know if you can see it there, but cheapy, kind of cool looking. I was young, I was like 13, 14. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I think I'll get that. It has a skull buster. I think it's just cast iron. I think this is metal, but kind of a cool looking thing. But definitely a cheapie. But you know, it was one of the starters into knives, you know, and, you know, my father was never really into knives like I am, but he knew good metal and he knew cheapies, and he's like, it's a cheapie, son, you don't want that one. But, you know, and the other ones that I've tested on this channel already, like the Ram 2, the Rambo copy, and then what was a little Skinner knife that I did, that Western W39. Those are all good knives. I mean, hardworking knives, and those are the ones my pops got me and recommended. And this is something I was like, you know, I want to get this. This is pretty cool looking. I'd like to have it, and I kept it. So it kind of has sentimental value because it's one that I bought and kept. So, but it is cool looking, but definitely a cheapie. Definitely, we never use this for anything, but kind of fun to look at. But, and like Joe said, leave in the comments below if you know have any you know, cheap knives that you got, or if you're a content creator, go ahead and post your video. I'd like to see it, see what cheapie ones you got that have some sentimental value, or, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a cheapie, but just something that was sentimental to you or something like that, and has some meaning. And all right, that's it. All right, and please like and subscribe, and till next knife.